Proud of you. I'm proud of you.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome to. So it's been a minute since I uploaded. I know. Today in this video, I'm gonna give my tech school experience. Before I start, I just want to say, like, I've been getting a lot of DMs from you guys and like a lot of questions in the comments, and that just makes me, I just feel so, like, I feel like I'm helping out. Like, that's the main reason why I wanted to start my channel about the military, because I just wanted to help you guys out. So I just want to say thank you for asking me questions. Like, keep asking me, keep DMing me. I am here for you guys. Any questions that y'all have, like, just let your girl know. Let me know, and I got y'all. I want to say, like, I'm sorry I haven't been like consistently posting. Your girl, look, your girl is pregnant, okay? Like, if you guys have any questions about that, about pregnancy while in the military, let me know, and I got y'all. So let's hop into today's video. I'll be talking about what my tech school experience was, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it's no way around it. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat. When I got there, it was hot. It was very hot. It was, I want to say, like August 28th. I know it was the day after I graduated. It was like the end of August, like the very end of August. So I went to Sheppard. I went to Sheppard Air Force Base for tech school, and honestly, I would hate to be stationed there. When I first got there, I got off the bus because I had BMT in San Antonio, and then I had my tech school, which was at Sheppard, and it was in Wichita Falls, Texas. First of all, what is a Wichita? I never heard of that. I never heard of no Wichita Falls. Fendi. When I first got there, it was just like, okay, like, I'm happy to be here. Like, I'm done with BMT. Like, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna be free, I'm gonna be able to use my phone, blah, blah, blah. I was really excited, you know? And like, when I first got there, you know, they had like ice cream when I got off the bus. I mean, not ice cream, ices when I got off the bus. They had water. You figured out like where you were going and stuff. Like, everybody was really, really nice. And then we had a lot of briefings, like meetings and stuff like that we had to go to. I went to my room, and honestly, like, I wasn't mad about it, about having a roommate. First of all, the rooms aren't but so big. I'll insert a picture of, like, I'm so mad I didn't take a lot of pictures of my room, but I'll insert a picture. Yeah, first of all, there was a single bed. It's like, okay, so when you walk in the room, there's two sinks, and then the door, which had the bathroom, and then there was two closets, which had, like, you know, your closet and somebody else's closet. And then in the room, it was like a single bed, and then a bunk bed with two beds. Okay, so that means that you can have up to 3 roommates. I know what you're asking. How are you gonna have 3 roommates and you only have 2 sinks and 2 closets? Isn't it COVID? Me and this girl, we were both the first people to go into the room. So, like, we didn't have a roommate. It was just us. She was real cool, quiet, which was great because I was quiet, so I didn't really want to. There's 3 different phases. So basically, phase one is basically you only can wear PT gear in your uniform. So you wear your PT gear when you're like running around the base, when you're working out, blah, blah, blah. You wear your uniform when you're going anywhere else. It takes 2 weeks to get phased up to phase 2. So that means, like, you can wear your regular, you know what I'm saying, your regular clothes out around the base when you're not, like, doing anything, like when you don't have an appointment or when you're not going to class or something. So, I can't breathe. Nobody was allowed to go to phase 3. So I can't really tell you guys too much about phase 3. I know you could drive on base if you had a car, but how you gonna go get a car if you can't get it off base? You know what I'm saying? So Like, it sucked, honestly. I had the worst first day experience because I lost my card. Like, I lost my bank card the first day. Mind you, it's nighttime. I was in shambles. I'm like, oh, my money on it that I just got from BMT. I'm gonna have to get a new car. Oh my gosh, and it's my first day. Like, I'm not gonna be able to eat. I'm gonna be starving. Like, yo, I was in your girl was in shambles, okay? But I found my card. I called, I stopped like marching and stuff. I called my mom and I'm like, Mom, like, I realized I just lost my card. This is my first day out here and I'm already messing up. I lost my card. I can't believe this. I'm so irresponsible. But I'm just going on myself because coming out of BMT, like, your head is just so like you know what you're doing, like you're on track. So the fact that I lost my card, like, I felt so like, what did I even go to the military for if I can't even hold my card? Anyways, so I found my card and I got Popeyes. Please do not, like, y'all, coming from BMC, eating that food, them 3 meals a day, the nutrition and all that other stuff, protein bars, do not do what I did, y'all. Do not go to Popeyes and try to eat a chicken sandwich and some french fries and a 4-piece and think that your stomach is going to tolerate it because you've been eating healthy for a good 2 months. I was on that toilet, okay? I was on the toilet. Eat what you want, but like, don't just jump into it head on like I did, because then you're going to be on the toilet for a couple days. The main thing that you go to tech school for is school, obviously. So my job is aircraft armament systems. I work on jets. If you're doing anything, helicopter, anything plane, but like maintenance wise or like weapons or like anything like that, you're most likely going to go to Sheppard. Sheppard, base wise, I can say the base wasn't big at all. The base was not big. They had the main BX, the little BX, and then they had the main BX, which was the big one, the one that's kind of like a Walmart, and then they had the commissary. They had Popeyes, Taco Bell, Wing Zone. I think that was the place. I missed their wings so much. Their wings was so good. They have Starbucks and stuff like that. Anthony's Pizza. You can order Domino's, you can order Pizza Hut, and you can order off this thing called Bite Squad. No Uber Eats. Another thing I didn't like about tech school is that you couldn't leave off of the base. Like, you can't leave off base. You were stuck on base, and yeah, that sucked. Cause you gotta think, like, people, especially people that went through BMC with COVID, they didn't get to see their families or anything like that. So having to go to tech school, and then like usually in tech school you be able to see your family, like they'll be able to travel down or wherever you're at. But for us to have went to BMT and we couldn't really, like, we didn't have our families there, and then go to tech school and still couldn't have our families there, it sucked. Couldn't leave off base. Another thing is, when you first get there, until you start classes, you do details, and basically for I think 2 weeks or a week, or yeah, I think you do 8-hour details, which means you wake up at 6:30 or something like that, and you sweep for 8 hours. You sweep, mop your designated hall spot wherever they want you to, and it's just a whole bunch of y'all, like airmen, just a whole bunch of airmen just mopping and sweeping the same place for 8 hours straight. Yeah. And then, like, after a week they move you to 4, so then you end up doing it from 6 to 11 or something like that. And honestly, it wasn't that bad, but like, imagine waking up every day, like, you join the military, you wake up every day and you're just sweeping and mopping. Like, I was in 363rd. We didn't PT. I don't know if they started it like afterwards, but I didn't PT while I was in tech school at all. Like, I didn't PT at all. You have to meet the Air Force standards when you get to tech school. So basically, let's say the Air Force standards at the time, I think, was like 42 sit-ups or something like that. If you did 41, which was passing at BMT, you would have to do your sit-up portion again when you get to tech school. So you can pass your BMT PT, but if you come to tech, like, you know, when you come to tech school, you're gonna have to pass Air Force Standard PT, but only whatever you missed, you know, like not the whole thing. My school portion only lasted 2 months. So I started class in September. I got there in August, so I was doing details for a while. Not a while, but like a week or two. And then I started class, and honestly, it was not bad at all. They made it really easy to understand, but the thing is though, like, you have to be mentally there, because we took a lot of tests every day. Like we would learn one chapter and take that test right then and there, and you can't fail. Like, you can fail, but you have to retake them, and if you fail too many, it's like somebody in our class that ended up getting kicked out because, you know, they kept failing. I mean, that's the military for you. That's the job. And then at the end, like every Friday, we took a block test. So your block test is something that you don't want to fail. For Sheppard, you go to Fundies, and then you go to the floor, which was like working around the jets and stuff like that. Fundies is like mostly like paper, like forms, like you know, the basics. And then on the floor you learn like the hands-on stuff, like throwing up the missiles and all this other stuff like that. Like, you learn more on the floor. Like, if you're a hands-on person, that should be fine for you, but you still took block tests, and you still took, you know, the PCs. You can pass with a 70 on your block test. I think they were, yeah, you can pass with a 70 on your block test. My schooling started in September. I graduated in November. I had my 20th birthday in tech school. It was a pain, but they got me through it. Honestly, we played the game, and like, I went to the vending machine and got like a honey bun and like some hot Cheetos, and made like my own birthday cake. I don't know, like, it was weird, but we made the best of it. And then I had graduated, and then I went back to doing details, which was booty butt cheeks. Went back to doing details, and then from there I went home on Exodus in December. They had this thing called Exodus where you left for the holidays, Christmas and New Year's, which was great. I had so much fun, like, honestly, best time of my life. And then I came back to tech school, and little did I know, I was pregnant. I got pregnant over that time in December. Let me explain something to y'all. Like, I went to BMT in July. I'm sorry if I sound wild, but I went to BMT in July. I went all the way from July to December. You know, wait, July, August, July. Well, it's only 5 months, but I you know, like, people were in tech school getting it on, and you were not supposed to be getting it on. I mean, it wasn't illegal to do, but where can you do that if boys weren't allowed in the girls' room and girls weren't allowed in the dudes' room, and you couldn't do it in public? Y'all, they was finding ways. Like, they was in them hammocks in the trees. They was in the dumpster. Yes, the dumpster. They was doing it in the dumpster. I'm sorry, I was not doing it in the dumpster. I was not doing it in a hammock or in public, down in the crevices and creases. I wasn't doing that. So I waited till I went home, and yeah, but I got pregnant. So being in your first trimester, it wasn't really easy for me to be around cleaning chemicals and stuff like that. So they gave me another detail. And then I also had got married over Exodus too. I knew I was going to Japan, and me and Daddy were just like, we're not gonna be together if we're not married. Like, me and him, like, we physically have to be together. Like, me being in Japan and him being back in the DMV, that was not gonna work. It was not gonna work at all. We barely could tolerate being that far away from each other while I was in Texas. So when I came back, we were married. I got all of our stuff finalized when I came back, which took like, I want to say, a month. Daddy went to go get medically cleared, and they added him to my orders so that he could come with me to Japan. Me being me, I was not trying to go to my first appointments and stuff by myself. So what I ended up doing was I ended up talking to like my commander, and I'm just like, yeah, like I need to move off base. Like, you know, my husband needs to come down here with me, and we need to be together because I'm pregnant, and I'm not about to be in my first trimester probably struggling. You know, I don't know. I've never been pregnant before. Like, he needs to be here with me. And they're like, yeah, like we understand that. So that's one thing. Like the military, the Air Force, I don't know about the other branches, but the Air Force period, very understanding. So they moved me off base. I got an apartment. We had our own little apartment. We were going to appointments and stuff like that. And then after that, I want to say like after like Dede moved down in March. He only was there for like a month, y'all. Like he came down in March and we left in April. It was really no point of us of me moving off base. But I mean, it kind of was because I went to a couple appointments and he wanted to be there for that and I wanted him to be there for that. So one thing I want to talk about is inspections. When you get your room, you will have inspections. And honestly, I think they were like, what, when you first get there, you're going to have 2 room inspections and 2 open ranks. That's to phase up, to phase 2, to be able to wear it, you know. But after that, I think you get a room inspection every month. And like, you know, they don't check your closet because your closet's supposed to be locked. But if it's unlocked, which it should not be, they will go in there and look around. So just make sure your closet's locked. Your closet don't have to be cute or nothing. Like, just lock it. They can't go in there. Your room has to be clean. The trash has to be taken out when you leave the room, because if they can go in there and inspect, like they get keys and they go in there and look and stuff like that. 341s. I think we had 341s in BMT. So a lot of people should know what 341s are if you already went to BMT and you're going to tech school, or if you're in tech school. They're like these little papers, and it's like you can get them pulled for like good or bad behavior. So let's say you're out around like the pool table area and you're just using really foul language, and an MTL comes like, hey, give me a 341, because why are you talking like that? Give me a 341. Another thing is the MTL. So mines were really cool. Like, they didn't yell at me or anything like that. Like, they honestly are there to help. Some of them are cool, some of them are not. I felt like I was in tech school longer than I should have been, but I feel like everything happens for a reason, because if I was supposed to if I left the time I was supposed to have left, I wouldn't be married. I wouldn't have, you know, the things that I have now. Like, I wouldn't have my son on the way. You know, like, I feel like everything happens for a reason. But that comes with waiting on like your orders and stuff like that. Like, people that are single and just want to get out, like, it sucks, because if your MTO isn't doing what they're supposed to do, like doing their job, your orders get messed up, or like you're waiting on your orders and you're just waiting to leave and they have you just doing details. Like, it sucks. So one thing I can say is stay on them and stay consistent, and you know what I'm saying, like, communicate. Another thing is curfew. So Sunday through Thursday, curfew was at 2200, which is 10 o'clock at night, and then Friday and Saturday curfew was at 12, which means you had to have been in your room by 12. And they did do accountability, so only on weekends. So I never miss curfew. If you do miss curfew, I think you get paperwork. But yeah, they'll come and knock on the door at 12. They'll come knock on the door at 12, and they'll make sure that you're in your room and stuff like that. And if you're not, then you're gonna get in trouble. The weekdays.
What's good with y'all, man? What's up with y'all?
Okay, because you have class the next day, or you know what I'm saying, like, anybody, they don't know your schedule, because you can either be on swings, mids, or days when you're in tech school. And swings, you get up at 6, you be out by like, some people got out at 11, some people got out at 4. Swings, we went in, I was on days at first, and then I went to swings. So for swings, I think I would go in at 2 or 3 or something like that, and be back by 12 or 11 or 12 at night. That's really about it, honestly. That's really about it for tech school. I don't really have nothing else to say, honestly. If you guys have any questions, make sure you let me know, or DM me, or leave them in the comment section below. and I'll be sure to answer them for you guys. That's pretty much it for this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe.
Let me proud of you. To the pool we sliding through. Hop in the car, let me vibe with you.